Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's episode is titled, You Will Always Have People Who Dislike You or Criticize You. Lately, I've been reflecting on how much effort I used to put into getting people to like me. It's natural to want to be liked. We all crave acceptance, right? Most of us, especially when we're younger, don't want to be criticized. We want people to look at what we do and think, wow, that's great. We want recognition for our accomplishments. But the truth is, no matter what you do, some people are going to criticize you. That's just how life works. Take someone like Elon Musk, for example. The guy is worth around $300 billion, an absurd amount of money. He's accomplished things most of us couldn't even dream of in 10 lifetimes. Yet, he's still heavily criticized. Sure, he's got fans, but even with all his genius and success, people find reasons to dislike him. So if someone at that level still faces criticism, you can bet your ass you're going to face it too. And here's the thing, nobody is perfect. We all mess up, we all have flaws, and that's when criticism tends to come in. But if it's done right, criticism can be helpful. It's all in how you approach it. You can give someone constructive feedback delivered in a respectful way that's meant to help them improve. But then there's that other type of criticism, the kind that's just nasty, meant to tear you down without offering anything useful. I've also noticed that the harder you try to make everyone like you, the less likely it is to happen. People can tell when you're trying too hard. It feels forced, and that just doesn't work. Being liked should come naturally, but we all have our own way of navigating the world and interacting with others, and it's impossible to make everyone happy. A lot of people think they can reach a point in life where if they're just good enough, nobody will criticize them. But that's a fantasy. Nobody is flawless, and even if by some miracle you were perfect, people would still find reasons to tear you down. Often it's because of jealousy or envy. People who can't be as good as you are will criticize you just because it makes them feel better about themselves. That's another thing people don't realize. When someone criticizes you, especially in a personal, petty way, it's often more about them than it is about you. They're reflecting how they feel about themselves. Most of the time, they don't even know you well enough to genuinely dislike you. They're just projecting their own insecurities or frustrations. So, the next time someone doesn't like you or says something negative, try to remember that a lot of the time, they're speaking from their own issues, not because you're doing anything wrong. Anyway, that's it for today's episode of the Moore's October Rants. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care. Goodbye.